What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the channel, everybody. We have the Demonspawn faction Fire Night tournament going on at the moment, and the rewards are actually pretty juicy. You definitely don't want to miss on this. I feel like skipping this event is probably one of the biggest mistakes you can do if you have the champions. If you don't have the champions, I clearly understand that you don't have the possibility to do it. But if you have the champions on the side, you might think that, okay, maybe I don't have the champions. We're going to have a look. I'm going to walk you through the entire process. I'm going to show you a couple of different strategies, techniques on how you can beat a Fire Knight. I feel like a lot of new players might not know one of them. Everybody thinks that Allure, Demonspawn, Fire Knight, easy. Well, people that don't have Allure might think a bit differently. The rewards are good, right? A Void Shard, an Ancient Shard, a Mortal Soul Stones, 250 coins, a Rare Tome. Definitely not bad rewards for 2100 points, okay? You can farm stage 20, you can farm lower stages where you don't have to worry so much about the shield and get these rewards with 3k energy approximately. Now, I'm gonna show you a team from my account which is completely free to play, okay? Completely free to play. And then I'm gonna show you a team from my buddy's Raz's account with allures. My team has no allures, so we're gonna cover that. Then we're going to move over to the other one. Of course, if you have the big boy champions like Kutraxa, you have all these crazy legendary Skymar, etc. It's going to be a walk in the park. I don't really have to walk you through it because you're going to be able to do it without a problem. Before we move over to showcase the very first team, guys, if you enjoyed the music you hear in the video, I just want to let you know I partnered up with Soundstripe. They have an amazing music library, so if you're a content creator, a music enthusiast, you might be looking for a new playlist while you're at the gym, going out for a run, or some sound effects, video effects. If you're an editor, definitely head over and check them out. The link will be in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Plus, I can save you 15% on checkout by using code Skratch. Yeah, that's my name. That's my name. Now, jumping over to the very first team, we're going to cover the index in just a second, but the very first team that we have right here, Dragstar, free to play. Magnar was the fusion champion, Dar the Hungerer was the fusion champion, and we have a rare champion, and we have Garlos, which I don't think was a fusion, but hey, it's not a necessity to have him in here. He's mainly here just for the defense down to help us on the waves. We don't really have Thermimeter manipulation in here, okay? So I know a lot of people might be like, how am I gonna beat the Fire Knight with no Thermimeter manipulation? Hell, no decreased speed either. Well, it's simple. By using the reflect damage strategy. So when we have reflect damage and the boss slams the shield into us, all the damage we reflect back counts as a hit. So we're gonna have reflect damage on 5 champions. 5 hits, we're gonna go back to the boss, dropping the shield a bit. So then it's gonna be much easier. We have Hellborn. I think she was part of a fusion. I can't remember which one. And she is bringing in heal reduction, which is very, very important for what we're doing right here. Attacks one enemy 3 times. So we're going to have a quick look at this team. The builds are really not crazy. I'm going to show you them at the end, but let's crack on it. So you need to play the game for a while to have some gear before you're going to be able to beat most of the dungeons in the game anyway. I do have a preset on them, mainly to don't have Dragstar to provoke early on. I'm keeping that for the second AoE because it seems like Magnar is kind of like wrecking. Yeah, Magnar has solid stats actually because he's on Savage. I haven't really changed the gear on him, but hey, you're gonna have to lower the stats and kind of like bring everything down to your own level when we're talking about Magnar. He has the only crazy gear set on it, Savage, right, which comes from this dungeon, and it's 2x on Savage, so you definitely don't want to miss on it. Plus, we have good rewards, so honestly, it will be a big mistake to skip these faction events because they're giving a lot of goodies, and every event, every tournament has 2x on the gear when we're having it running. So there we go. Bang! We knocked 5 down of the 5 hits from the shield down, sorry, with the reflect damage, and now we're slowly wrecking the boss. We have heal reduction. The boss cannot heal when he's gonna slam again. Slowly, we're gonna knock him down. We don't have a decrease attack. That would actually help a lot to keep most of the champions alive if needed. But I found it pretty hard to fit that in this team as well. You could do it if you drop Dragstar for somebody else. But then you're not gonna have a triple hit on the A1, you know. There we go. The shield is knocked again. That heal reduction is really, really important to be on. Without heal reduction, you're not really going to be able to do much because the boss is constantly going to heal. You will be able to kill it if you do have enough DPS, but not as fast. This is actually a fairly decent team, man. It's slightly over 2 minutes, you know. 100% win rate. We have a Reviver in here who's going to carry the team. So, hey, it's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you the presets in just a second once we're done, because I forgot to show them to you guys at the beginning. Heal reduction again. You see reflect damage on everybody. Not only that Dart the Hungerer brings the reflect damage and the continuous heal, but Hellborn Sprite actually increases the duration of buffs when we have them on, plus the extra crit rate if you need it, and bang, 2 minutes and 13 seconds, 100% chance to win on Fire Knight. No allure, no turn meter manipulation, you don't need to have crazy speeds or anything like that. Let me quickly show you the preset. So that's Dragster, right? I blocked his A2 on the first wave. I want to keep it for the second because I don't have all the damage skills available from Magnar. I don't have the defense down from him. Dart the Hungerer, nothing. I blocked the A2 on Dart the Hungerer on the second wave. I want to make sure on the third round. So you see I have him at 245 speed. The reason for it, he's going to take a turn, use the A1. And then he's going to overlap the rest of the team. And he's going to buff with reflect damage. So then when the boss hits, we're going to have that up. Hellborn Sprite, a very sort of similar thing. So Hellborn Sprite is going to take 2 turns as well. I usually have this to open with the A1. And then he's going to prioritize this skill right here, increasing the duration of buffs if needed. The only thing is that on the very first rotation, you're going to lose the buffs anyway, because you're going to knock the shield down pretty quick, you know. That's why we have it like that. Heal reduction is going to be actually very helpful. Let me quickly show you the stats on the champions, because that's going to be pretty important. So we have Dragster. He's on lifesteal. I do have a lot of accuracy on him because I'm using him in Doom Tower. This is my normal build that I have on Dragster. 5k defense, 211 speed, 99 crit rate, 193 crit damage. Helps me a bit with the damage. The accuracy is high because of that reason. Lower down the stats. You don't need these stats on him. Masteries. We have offense and support 3, Giant Slayer S tier 6. Support, how you guys can see, Sniper, Master Hexer to help with the HP burn. Dart the Hungerer on regeneration. As long as Dart the Hungerer is alive and he constantly revives our champions, we are fine. So we have regeneration. Try to match the speed around 240 to overlap the team. Dragster is actually a bit too fast because he's taking a turn after he gets buffed with reflect damage. And just give him survivability. That's about it. Masteries, that's what I have on him. We have timely intervention just to help him rotate a bit faster. Then we have Magnar. This is the crazy build probably. Savage and speed set. Total stats 96k HP, 202 speed, full crit rate, 240 crit damage. Is built for damage, right? So this is gonna help you. Masteries, typical nuker. Masteries right here. We have Helm Smasher as tier 6. And we have support going out to Cycle of Magic. That's why I went like this instead of counterattack. You could get counterattack on some of them. That would actually make it easier. If you have counterattack accessories, will make it easier. Gorlos, Helma. We have him on a Relentless and a speed set. He is too fast as well, actually, funny enough. And we have 4.1k attack, 228 speed. Very low on the survivability. That's why he got clapped a couple of times. 95 crit rate. 248 crit damage, 280 accuracy. Masteries, we have offense and support 3. We have a War Master S tier 6. By the way, Spirit Affinity champions don't require 100% crit rate on stage 20, so keep that in mind. You can go in with 85 crit rate. Then we have Hellborn Sprite. I actually initially put her on a shield set, but then I remembered that shield and reflect damage don't go good together, so I changed that and I broke the set. She is a couple of speeds slower than Dart the Hungerer. 61k HP, 2.3k defense, 300 accuracy. Again, you don't need that much accuracy. 220, 230 accuracy is going to be more than enough. Masteries, offense and support 3. Tier 6, we have War Master. Arcane Celerity, we're getting a bit of a turn meter here and there. Cycle of Magic, Evil Eye. all this actually helps. So this is the team for Fire Knight Stage 20. It's not hard to put it up together if you have the champions. Honestly, the gear is nothing out of this world. Let's quickly go a bit over the index, and then I'm gonna show you the other team from Rez's account actually. So the Demonspawn is the strongest faction in the entire game. If you have the big boy champions right here, Blood Initwi, Krutraxa, you have Lord Shazar, a lot of multi-hits, you have Countess Leagues, very powerful, Kaimar. You can make a team for stage 25 without a problem. It's gonna be a walk in the park. You can run a team that won't allow the boss to take a turn, bring in decreased speed if needed. Sion is another champion that has heal reduction. Funny enough, I don't have one available on my account. Skimforce is actually pretty good because we have double hit, decreased speed, and a chance to steal turn meter. We have attack down, so he could be another solid champion to use. Tainix, double hit, we have decreased speed and heal from her kit. So there are quite a few epic champions that you could potentially use in here. Of course, you have Allure. I don't have to mention that because you guys know. Padma, we have a double hit on the A1, decreased attack. Urtikara, we have like so many multi-hits on her kit. Speed Aura, double hit on the A1, triple hit on the A2, quadruple hit on the A3. So all these will help you a lot if you want to put up a different team, you know. You do need to tank a bit your champions if you're going for the same strategy that I just used. If no, just try to get some speed. You don't need to have more than 240, 250 speed. For stage 20, it's definitely more than enough. Let me quickly show you the other team. We are currently on Rez's account, a buddy of mine, clanmate of mine. Big shout out to him for letting us jump on his account. This is the team that he put together. We have Helicat, which was a fusion. We have Magnar, which was part of the fusion. He does use this 2 Allure on here, okay? I clearly understand that a lot of people don't have 2 Allures. The one champion I would probably say is the easiest replacement in here will be Helicat, right? You could bring in a different champion to kind of like do some work. You can replace an Allure, of course. It's not the end of the world. Even if the boss will take a turn every now and then, if you are bringing an attack down instead, you're gonna be just fine. Or you're bringing in some sort of support, some shield or something like that, you know. Helicat does offer some support. The block damage could potentially help you a bit on the waves if you're struggling with the damage. So maybe you don't want to drop Helicat if you have one available, if you've done the fusion, you know. The thing with Allures is that they are getting a lot of weak hits on this stage, okay? Because this is stage 20, Force Affinities a bit differently. If you have Krutraxas, very good example, but hey, Void Legendaries are not as easy to get. Bloodwing Initwi, very awesome champion. Dragstar, very solid champion instead of an Allure, for example. And like that, you're gonna be able to knock the shield. You won't be able to manipulate the turn meter as good, but there are other epic champions that will allow you to do some sort of turn meter manipulation, you know, so that's actually gonna help you. If you have the right masteries on the champions, that will help you a bit with the turn meter too. You see, weak hits. When that happens, the turn meter doesn't go down. So it's actually pretty important to prioritize and think about that. Okay, this is not really the best affinity for Allure. I know everybody went in and voted, we're gonna do Fire Knight with Demonspawn because of Allure, you know, like everybody, that's it. Let's vote for this. Allure is gonna do the job. She is doing a pretty solid job. Once this run is done, we're gonna go over to the faction index. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of different ideas of what sort of teams you should use. When we are talking about gear and stats, I'm gonna show you the stats for these champions. I'm gonna give you ideas on how to build the other ones. How I mentioned, I'm gonna show you different ideas of how you could actually be the boss, different strategies. I might actually make a quick video from my account on a different strategy if I actually get the time quick after this. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get that organized for you guys. And that's gonna be a totally different strategy that it hasn't been showcased in a very long time on this dungeon, you know. And probably a lot of you guys, if are new to the game, might not even know that that's a thing, you know. But here we are, 2 minutes. Is not the fastest run, but it's pretty consistent. It is 100% win rate, how you guys can see. Even if the Fire Knight will decide to take a turn, the Helicat is gonna keep the team alive, you know. So Magnar is actually pretty important for the damage if you don't have any other big boy champions to deal the damage on this boss. So this is Helicat. Seems like he's on Relentless and Speed. 263 speed, 53k HP, 4.2k defense, 34 crit rate, 103 crit damage, so he's not built for damage. He doesn't have very high accuracy either. Decent speed. These are the stats. Probably he's using him somewhere else, maybe. Who knows? No masteries either. Then moving over to the very first allure. She is on mixed sets and a broken set. Total stats. She's actually pretty fast, this one. Seems like she is the main Fire Knight allure that he has for his main team because of the speed. 297, 85 crit rate, 177 crit damage, 232 accuracy. You don't need them so fast. You definitely don't need them so fast. And then the masteries on this one: offense, support, Giant Slayer as tier 6. I'm pretty sure that this is the high-end build that he has on that allure. And seems like this one, she is pretty fast as well. We have a speed set, a perception, a broken set, 34k HP, 3.8k attack, 1.8k defense, 287 speed. An overkill on crit rate here. And we have 119 crit damage, 466 accuracy. I'm not sure where he's using this one with so much accuracy. This is Magnar, built on Savage and a broken set. We have a 93k HP, 215 speed, 101 crit rate, 241 crit damage. He doesn't need accuracy or anything like that. You just want him to nuke down those waves, you know. Masteries, offense, defense. We have a Helm Smasher as a tier 6. And we had a Gorlos Helma. He is on Relentless and a speed set. Total stats: 29k HP, 4.8k attack, 2.4k defense, 275 speed, 268 accuracy. No damage either. So he prioritized speed, but honestly, you're not gonna need that much speed. And how I mentioned, if you don't have allures, you might want to go on a different path, you know, allow the boss to take a turn, use slightly tankier champions. I'm actually going to do another guide from my account for a reflect damage team, so you guys see how it actually works. But that was all for this video. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching. Big shout out to Raz again, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.